Hello, this is Laura Scott with Stampin' Coast to Coast. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up, and I'm excited if you've been able to join me tonight for a Facebook Live to go over some new and exciting product here at Stampin' Up. It is the treat boxes. So exciting! So are you guys ready to play tonight? I just want to see if we've got people logging in. I wonder if I can, I have a lovely, I have a lovely fly buzzing around my head. It's so distracting, sorry. I just was trying to do a picture-in-picture for you, so so that you can see myself as well as the, there we go, as well as the product tonight. Oh, now I hate that I'm blocking things, so I'm going to switch it back so that you can see the product. There it is. Can you guys hear me okay? Just want to, hi Melanie. Melanie, you'll be my sound check. How's this sound? Got a new microphone for tonight. Can you hear me okay? So I hope you're excited to get started. I did want to confirm she can hear me though first. So sorry. Melanie, can you hear me? Oh, good. Sorry about that delay. I did want to make sure that my new sound was working. So, Melanie, I am so excited to share with you these new treat boxes from Stampin' Up. I've had so much fun decorating them, and there's so many different things you can do with them. They are, this is all part of the new Halloween suite, which I will show you. It's in the new mini catalog, and it is, let's see, I did not memorize the page number, but we will flip to it. Let's see, this is right here. It is the Halloween, cute Halloween suite on page 50 and 51. And we'll be using these treat boxes tonight that are up in the corner, as well as some of the other products. This is the paper we're going to use that has so many fun prints, as well as the cutest Halloween stamp set. There is some great black and white gingham ribbon and some stars. And I love the, as you might have seen last week, the Frightfully Cute bundle. Oh my gosh, the dies in here, if you can see, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. They have the Spiderwebs and the gate and all kinds of fun stuff. Here's the actual set right here. And I've had so much fun playing with this. Oh my gosh, so many fun framelits there. So, and also I'm going to go ahead and point out the paper that I'm using tonight. And I'm having a play with the, it's in the same catalog on page 75, the silver foil. There's 3 different silver colors. And you know what? I have it right here. It might be easier to show you live and in person. And you'll see that I've been cutting it up like crazy, having a lot of fun with it. But there's 3 different ones. One is shiny, one's matte, one's brushed. And you'll see it's actually, to me, it's 3 different shades as well. You have a light silver, medium silver, and a dark grayish metallic silver. So that's really been a lot of fun. So we'll be playing with that tonight. Love my metallic paper, and I've had so much fun. Also, I'll show you on the same page, it's right in the middle here, there's a black glitter paper, and all of this is 12 by 12 sheets, and you'll see that I need to order more because I'm down to 1 sheet of this, and it is just gorgeous. Nice, soft, glitter paper. And this is what you saw me use for the penguin suite. And the penguin was just the cutest little glitter penguin. And then tonight we are going to use it for some more Halloween fun, because I think Halloween needs a little glitter. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. That's where I'm getting all this fun product from. And as you'll see here, I have, let's see, I have designed several different boxes. And this is the first one that we're gonna do tonight. Just had so much fun. And I have decorated little candies to go in it. So fun with this is the designer paper, which I have some samples here on my desk for you to see. So many fun things. This is the colored side, and then the opposite side, I can pick it all up in a fan, is all black and white. So many fun things. We've got Boo, we've got candies, we've got skeletons and ghosts, so many fun things. So that is the DSP that I decorated the little candies with, which are just, we'll go over it, but it's just wrapped a little DSP. So I'll set that aside. And the funny part is that I was listening to one video that was saying to put the, when you build the tree boxes, to put the smaller one on top. And I thought that kind of went against what I was thinking. I thought you always do the larger one on top. And I think technically you might supposed to put the larger one on top when you put these two together, because otherwise they're exactly the same. And I will show you what I mean by that is that when you get the treat boxes, if you don't drop them on the floor like I just did, you get them and they're in a packet like this, and there is, I believe, 8 to every box. I mean, every packet, there's 8 treat boxes. And of course, I'm reaching back to my catalog because I don't want to misspeak. I want to double check. I think it's 8. All right, hold on. One quick second. Don't want anyone to order thinking they're getting 8 and it not be 8. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, there are 8. And they already have adhesive on them when you get them. And I'll show you what I mean by that as well. So you get these and they're almost identical in size. In fact, it took me a minute to figure it out. You do need to see, you can tap, so they're the same at the bottom. You'll see one goes just a little bit above the other one. Was that a 1/4 inch or something? So not a whole lot. And then to build it, all you got to do, and as you'll see, they already have adhesive strips on here. They're the simplest, easiest things to build. And all you do is bend it, close the flap, grab your pick tool. And I love my tool here. So we are going to just peel that back. All I do is hold it in, and I'm putting a little bit of pressure on the sides just to make sure it stays while I flip that up. And then you flip it down, making sure the sides are in. That's it. It is that easy, and they've made it really, really simple. So you don't have to do anything fancy to make really great treat boxes. Sorry, I'm gonna throw that trash away. And then I'm gonna do it one more time. All you do is flip it in, do that, flip it down, make sure the sides are not getting away from you, and flip it down. And there you go. And then you do the same exact thing to the other side of the box. And if you don't like it to be a tombstone, you can always just cut that off and it will be the cutest little gray box anyway. So that is how I made the treat boxes. So I'm going to save your time and just show you the completed version. This is what it looks like after you build your box. And again, if you want to put the large on top, that is what I was inclined to do. But then I heard on YouTube someone saying the small one on top, but that didn't make sense. So now I've heard another YouTube that says the large on top. But I'll tell you a secret. go against the grain. Do not put the large on top if you're worried about candies fitting in there, because look at this. I was able to fit them in here. Now, it's a tight fit to get these type of candies, and I'll show you what I picked up. I should say my husband picked up for me. He was at Walmart. Hershey Nuggets. Oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you guys like nuts or not, but I love almond chocolates. Hershey almond chocolates are my favorite. And the nuggets just seem like a really fun thing. And there's assortment packs. There's all kinds of stuff. You can get any kind of stuff. There's even little mini lifesaver packs that you can decorate. So this fit very nicely, 6 of the nuggets in here. So I do want to show you how I did the wrapping of them, as I mentioned earlier. All you have to do is take a piece of 1 inch by 3 inch designer paper, DSP, and I just took alternating colors from the Halloween, and all you do is put a little bit of snail tape there. Sorry, I shouldn't say snail, you know, Seal Plus. You just put it here and you wrap it around and close it, and you got yourself a very cute decorated candy to pop in there. So that is how you wrap your candies. So we can, and then because it's such a tight fit, it actually fits better in if the base is the larger size box, because it is just a touch larger. So anyway, that is how I decorated it. I mean, how I built the box. So now, how did I decorate all of these? So we're going to go over the first 2, and then we'll just kind of glide over the third, just because I think you'll get the idea. This is that ribbon. Oh my gosh, so soft. So many fun products from this set. You got the punch that punches out cats and ghosts and pumpkins. That's where I punched out this this little pumpkin. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna clean off my desk so that we can get to work. Okay. And here, if you want to reach me, this is my website and my email address, as well as my August host code. If you want to order, just go to my website and click on the order link. So that is Stampin' Coast to Coast, stampinup.net. And then we have, the email is stampincoasttocoast@gmail.com, and my August host code is 9EQSU6XS. So again, please use that if you're putting in orders, and we will have some fun tonight. Okay. I don't know why I'm saying okay so much, sorry. All right, we are gonna start with the kitty cat one. And to do this, you'll see that I have a window in my treat box. So the first thing you do is decide which one you want to put on top. And we can do it the opposite so that you can see what happens if you put the larger one on. Well, actually, we'll go with that because I do want to fit the candies in there. We will put the smaller one on top this time. But you're welcome to try the larger, especially if you're not trying to fit the same size candies I am. So you take the first one, and then you take your framelits, and there's a couple different options I've played around with, and they're from 2 different sets. This is the seasonal labels dies, which is in the holiday mini catalog. So I took this framelit here, and that's what I'm going to cut out, that size window. Look at all these framelits. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Can you not see a scrapbooking page with that huge journaling section? So many cute things you can do. Okay. And then this one is from Tasteful Label Dies, which is one of my go-tos. I have also cut one out that is this framelit here. I used on one of the treat boxes, and it fit perfectly. That is this one, so you can see. Okay, so, all right, so all you do is put the framelit on the box. Make sure you don't build your box first. So you put your framelit on here and you just run it through your cut and emboss machine. And by the power of television, here's what it comes out as. And then we're just going to, you'll see I put a window sheet, which is in the annual catalog. There's window sheets. And I'm just going to grab one, and the size of the window sheet that I cut out was 2 3/8 by 2 3/4. So I know it's really hard to see. I should have a piece of dark paper here for you. Hold on. I don't know if you can see that. It's just clear plastic window sheets. And again, the size was 2 3/8 by 2 3/4. And the reason why is because I want it to fit right over that opening here. So we're gonna just put that on. And I find the easiest way to put it on is with mini glue dots. So I'm gonna just grab those. And you can do one of two things, one of two ways. You can put it on the window sheet, or you can put it directly on the box. Now I find that it sticks better to the box itself. So I'm just going to put it in the corner. And I find that if you press it down a little bit, sorry, I'm getting dots on me. Press it down a little bit, it does stick to the box, and then you just peel away the plastic. So I'm gonna do it again right where it kind of comes down into a curve, push it down a little bit there. And I'm gonna do it again, try not to skip my dots. And I'm gonna do some on the straightaways as well. So give me 1 second, I'll do that. Just to make sure. Now for this, you'll see there's not a whole lot of room there. So for that one, I'm going to do what they call a log with my dots, as well as the sides, because there's not a whole lot of room there. But let me get this one off first. So this is where I like to take a pick tool, and I will just roll it a little bit to make sure it fits in that little section. And you can take your scissors. Oh my goodness, it definitely wants to challenge me at this moment. Or something, or your fingernail, just to get that down. Tonight is going to be adhesive dot night. I really enjoyed using the glue dots for this project. Okay. And no one is going to be looking at the underside of your box to see how pretty your dots are. Do not worry. All right, there you go. That is some adhesive dots. And I'm going to just take my window, make sure I have it the right direction. I believe this is correct. And you just don't want to go past your bend. So I want that glue dot to come, oops. I do want to center it though, don't I? Okay. There we go. Just gonna press it down. Of course, I didn't center it very well, did I? I think glue dots are pretty forgiving though, so we're gonna just try. Yeah, my magic of television doesn't help forgive every mistake. I had to start over only because it went over my crease. Can't really fold the box if I do that. Okay, there you go. Booyah. All right, so there you go. And then for this one, you can go ahead and start folding your box and building it because it's kind of easier to decorate once it's built. But if you have other things that you want to do to your window, you could do it first. And the only reason why I mention that is because for this one, and we're not going to build this one step by step. A lot of it is similar, but I did want to show you a few fun things. One is that I put a little ghost inside the window. So let me just show you how I did that. All I did was take this little ghost, and I can put him on here too, just so you know how. This one can have a ghost. All I did was find a spot where I wanted the ghost, and I just took a glue dot again, and this time I know I want it to, I'm going to attach it to the front of the ghost, but just in the corner. I don't know if you can tell. See this teeny tiny little ghost? Oops, sorry. And I just kind of put the glue dot on here because what I want to do is have the ghost peeking out from here. But you see, it's just glued on right on there, and you can see it through there. And you can put anything back there if you want. You could put a moon, which is in the stamp set. It is actually in this one. I told you it goes with the other framelit dies with the spider web and the fence and the tree and everything. There is a framelit that is a circle that you can cut out a moon if you wanted to have that peeking through. Or you could have an owl peeking through. You could have so many fun things. A tree, even creepy black tree you could have poking through. So many fun variations. So that is how I got the ghost on there. So let's see. Now, and then this was just this gorgeous ribbon that was in last year's holiday mini catalog last fall that they kept on. It's now in the annual catalog, and it is metallic mesh ribbon, and it is the best for Halloween. Does that not look like, remind you of a spider web? But at the same time, it's great for all kinds of holiday. And here's where I just tied in a knot. You know, so many fun things you can do with this ribbon. But for this one, I played around with it being like a spider web. So I put some on the inside, and I just glued it in there. Again, for this, I just put glue dots right where the other glue dots were. And it just kind of took it. But I tried to make it a little messy on purpose because I didn't want it to be straight across mesh. I wanted it to seem like a spider web. Here, let me take the black paper again. Maybe you can see better. There you go. And if you want, you can even put a black paper in there. Oh, that would be spooky. That'd be kind of cool. But I wanted the candies to show through my little window, so that's why I did not. But then this top spider web, I just glued to the sides. And so it's actually two pieces. One is inside and one's on the front, because I wanted to be able to close the box without the mesh ribbon interfering with that mechanism. Cute. Okay. And then, all right, so to continue on, we can do our little spider web. Like I mentioned, that is coming from this set, which again is the Frightful Tags dies. And it's a bundle with the Frightfully Cute stamp set. Let's see. So you just take this framelit, and for this is the black glitter paper I'm going to do this spider web with. And this piece of paper is cut 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, just a square for my round little spider web. And I'm going to put that through the embossing machine. Let's see, and power of television. Here is how it comes out. And just double checking that all the little, yep, I thought I saw a little stray try to stay in there, but here's how it turns out. And let me go ahead and build the box up so that we have it ready to decorate. I take a pick tool again. It's really that easy. Do the other side, just bend them in. There you go. And I just need a base. Let me see if this one, of course I picked up the wrong one. There you go. Got a little fuzz on there, but it's all good. It'd come right off. All right, so now I want to put this little spider web on here. There's a couple of different ways that you can adhere it. One is you can put it through, we have adhesive strips, and we're going to use that in a moment for the other one. So that is definitely an option, and that's where you put adhesive on it before you run it through the Stampin' Die, I'm sorry, the cut and emboss machine, so that then it becomes a sticker, which I'll show you in a minute. Or the other option is to glue it using, hold on one second, it is a silicone mat, which I think is Stampin' Up! Is genius to come out with. And what you do is you turn it upside down, you grab the green mono glue, multi-purpose glue that is, and you can grab a sponge, a dauber, so many different ways to apply it. And I just put it up in the corner, just some glue. And I just got this off of eBay, to be honest, just to hold it upside down so that the glue is always ready. And then I just take the dauber and I get some off of it because I don't want it to be too strong. Hi, Carol. Hi, Margie. Hope you guys are doing good tonight. I always do this. Oh, I guess I should have cut it first, huh? Well, I'm glad I didn't put glue all over it because I want to save some of my cobweb for another project. We're only using about half, as you can see from here. So I am just going to grab my snips and I'm going to cut it. Well, actually, I take it back. I don't want to do it ahead of time because I did cut one in half, and then you'll see that I needed just a little bit more to fill that area. So I really didn't want it exactly in half. So I'm going to just put a little bit more glue on here. I interrupted myself. I'm going to kind of move it so that it's, I think I got enough actually on here. Here we go. Try to put that dauber out of the way so I don't get it on myself and all over my desk. So then I'm just going to, sorry, I'm trying to work around a mat. I should just move the mat. All right, so here we go. Make sure I put the glue side down. You can tell when you look that it's the shiny part. All right, so here you go. And you can do it any way you want. I tend to like to put the circle on that little bubble of the tombstone. And then I'm going to cut it out. But what I'm going to try to be careful not to do is cut out any strands of the cobweb that go amongst the tombstone itself, because a normal spider web would definitely have those threads go across. You know how you kind of walk into it anytime you go between your tree and your car sometimes, a little spider is made a web. So they do go in the air between objects, so I don't want to mess that up, but I don't want to have it flying off in space either. So I'm just going to turn it over and I'm going to cut around the bubble of my project. I don't know why I find it easier to cut from this side, but I do. Whatever is more comfortable. And then I want to just make sure I'm not cutting the pieces that go across. And you can just kind of get the big pieces out of the way and go back. And trust me, I will still have plenty I can do with the part I'm cutting off. Come on. Surgery. I will save that because this is kind of a big area. I'm sure there's going to be other projects I do with small areas. And then I'm just going to come back and do a little closer now around this bubble. I just being particular because last time I cut it just around the tombstone itself, and then I was sorry that I cut off the piece that kind of went across, because I felt like at first I was like, why does it look so odd? And then I realized it was because spider webs do go across. Let's see. I'm going to leave that for now because what do you think? Is that good, or should I keep nibbling away at that? I just wanted to. I don't want it to look odd, but I don't want it to be too much either. All right, I'm gonna leave that for now. I think it's fun. I don't want to cut away too much too soon. Can always cut a little more off later. Can't put it back on. So, all right. So then the next thing is the RIP, or the kitty cat. Let's do the kitty cat first. Thank you, Carol. Or in the corners of her room. Exactly. Oh my goodness. That's always a fun find, isn't it? All right. So I'm going to start with the cat, because I think it's awesome that Stampin' Up! Still has the kitty cat punch, which to me is Halloween. I had so much fun last Halloween playing with this punch, and I was so glad that they brought it back. And there's two options with this. Of course, there's many options. You'll see I even went to that metallic gray foil, the darker, because I thought being a brushed metal, I thought it would be fun to use a gray cat. But then I decided Halloween really goes with black cat, so I set it aside. I will probably use that. And so my options right now, and you guys can vote, are between a black cat in basic black or a black cat in the black glitter paper. And the black, both of these are cut, let's see, I just did 2¼ inches by 4 inches. And the 4 inches is kind of a little bit extra because I didn't want to be fumbling to fit it into here without something to hold on to. So if you want to be real sparing with your glitter paper, you can cut it more closer to the cat and work your way in. I think you guys have seen it where I've put a Post-it note on the end of it to give myself a tail, something to hold on to. so that I can put a smaller piece of paper in. You can do that as well. So what do you guys think? Basic black or glitter? Come on, drum roll. All right, I think it's gonna be glitter. We'll do glitter just to make it different. Good idea. So let's do that. We're just gonna put it in here. And if you put it right at the, just past what you can see, I don't know if you guys can see where it's changing. Oh, basic black because of Spiderweb's glitter. Okay. All right, thank you, thank you. All right, we'll go with that then. That is why I did it originally. All right, I'll save that glitter paper for the next project then. Here we go. We got basic black. Boom. And there is still plenty of paper to use for that. So that scrap will be saved. Okay, so we have kitty cat, which when it's a solid piece like this, you can put it either direction. You can put it this direction or this direction because there's no pattern on this paper to worry about. So it's kind of cool. I'm going to put it over here so I don't interfere with my ghost. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that straight down. And I am using my Stampin' Seal Plus just because I'm not putting a whole lot of adhesive on here and I don't want things to fall off. So I'm just going to go ahead and adhere it straight down. And I'm being careful to keep my adhesive low. You don't have to have the cat head. You don't have to have the cat head glued down if you don't want to. I like to have it kind of loose above the window. It's kind of nice that it gives it a little bit of dimension that way naturally without needing dimensionals. But if you want to put dimensionals on your cat, you can do that too, whatever you prefer. And then the grass. I wanted to show you guys, I went a little crazy and I just had to play one evening and cut out a bunch of leaves. If you want me to tell you what size paper to do for this project, I can tell you that I did the colors, cardstock in Evening Evergreen, sorry, I'm trying to pick it up, and Mossy Meadow. And I took these two colors and I just had to play with, I pulled out different framelit sets that had different leaves. And you may remember last time, but I'm going to tell you again, the different leaf sets that I found fun. One is the one that goes with Pretty Pumpkin and the framelits in here. You'll see there's two detailed framelits, actually three. And those are right here. Sorry, they've been shuffled a little bit apparently. I tried to keep them separate on my little tray to show you, but here are those three leaves, which call me crazy, but I thought they went with this pretty well. Especially that is the one I used some of, because it's from a pumpkin patch. I used some of that on this guy back here, behind here, down here, just to give it a little variety. Oh, looks like a mouse ghost. Yes, it does. Oh, and I should tell you where that came from, but I don't want to jump off topic too far. Let me finish this first and then I'll tell you where the ghost came from. Maybe you guys can guess where oh, thank you. Yeah, the tray I think is great for me to be able to pull from. And it was really easy for me to just cut a bunch of stuff out and put it down there. But the one of my favorite grasses is actually from the Wild Cats. And there's two grasses I've used from this set, and that's this one and this one. So that is the bigger grasses here, as well as these little, I don't even know what sprigs I want to say, but I don't know what they're called, but that. And then from the Iconic Dies, which I think it's underutilized, but this right here, this fern, if I'm using the right term, and there's some ferns there. And what else? Okay, you might have guessed the Intricate Leaves dies. I, of course, took all the little leaves in here. That's what these are from. These 3. Sorry, I need to pull one of these out so you can see what it looks like. And so those are those 3, which I'm going to be able to use for so many fall projects. So having this play of cutting all these out, I thought was really cool. Perfect Plants dies. That is from this bundle. Sorry, I'm trying to tell you where I'm pulling stuff from. Really, whatever you have, right? But this little guy here, I thought just gave a little bit of variety and had a really great play with him. So that's on there too. And sorry, I must have skipped one. You guys probably saw me. Oh, it was also in the Big Cats dies. This guy had some fun with this one too. So that's over here. So that's my tray of leaves. All right, so I'm gonna put all this down. Did anyone guess where I got the ghost from? Because I just came across my little framelits for that. I thought I would show you. No guesses. It is from the Festive Finishes dies. Festive Finishes dies. And the little ghost was in here. There's some lights for Christmas. There's an apple. Oh my gosh, you can think of like back to school, right? But there's a little ghost, my little mouse ghost. So, oh my gosh, there's even, I missed that leaf. That's a good Christmas greenery, right? So I'll have to go back and do some more. So back to this. Oh my gosh, so key to just have it ready and waiting. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some down. I did variations in color, which I'm going to do again. I just thought it made it all work really well. Let's see, I'm going to do a dark and a light on each side. So Evening Evergreen, Mossy Meadow on each side. And then I will do, to break it up, what I did was just a little guy mixed in on each side, opposite colors. So, and this, I thought it was really fun and easy to put down again with, you guessed it, glue dots. Just easy glue dots. So let's, and again, I did find, and I don't know why I didn't figure it out before this project. I guess I've never used glue dots quite as much as I did on this project. But if you push down on the paper, it just adheres right to it and peels right off. It was really nice. So it's up to you whether you like things to hang off a little bit or not. It is a treat box, but I think things can hang off a little bit. And again, you can do dimensionals. Sorry, I'm blocking my sign. You can do dimensionals if you prefer. But I think this has got so much going on. For this particular one, I did not put dimensionals. Sorry, I'm looking for the next glue dot. So again, you just push it down a little bit and then you just peel the paper off. It comes off with it. So cool. Let's see. Sorry, I will need to learn how to zoom in. I think there's a way. I wonder if I can. Oh, I figured it out, but I just don't know how to do it. I turned it on. Let's see. Okay. Well, I turned it on. Next job will be to learn how to make the zoom work. So sorry guys. I will try to have that able to next time. But for today, I'm just going to lift it up. So we're going to just do another glue dots. It drives me crazy when I get too much empty. Let's see. Some people just put them all on the strip of glue dots and then come back and snatch them all off. I do better just one at a time for now. Maybe next time I'll try that. Just gonna give it a little variety. Try not to make it too crooked. All right, gonna throw some more on here real quick. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what people do. They'll go like that, that, and then that. Hi, Phoebe. Thanks for joining. Which one did you think was a punch, Carol? Not sure which one you're referring to. So, just gonna throw some down. Whatever you think for grass. And I think those were all a little crooked. Need to get my glasses on straight. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's good. That fuzz is bugging me. I don't know if it's bugging you guys. It's on the inside. Now it's gone. Okay. Oh. I don't know why that wasn't adhering perfectly. Okay. So now I can't go another step without giving this little kitty cat some eyes. I know I usually do bling last, but I'm gonna do it now because I think it's fun. Or maybe I'll give you guys options, even better. Oh, ghost. Nope, it wasn't a punch, but good guess. We do have the, we do have a ghost in the punch. If you wanted to do this ghost here, you can make your own ghost. But I used the little framelit ghost, and this one, there's stamps in the stamp set to make the ghost. Of course, I have buried now. Hang on one second. I will show you what that looks like. It's a 2-stamp process. Here's the ghost body, and there's the little ghost face and hands. He's adorable, isn't he? And then you punch it out with that, or if you have some of the DSP, you could also punch it out from the DSP, which is here. This little guy here punches straight out with the punch as well, and it fits right in here. So you can use the DSP ghost. He's a cutie pie too. Versus the little mouse ghost. If you want a bigger ghost, you can make that. Okay, so going back to eyes, I went back and forth. We have several options. This is the champagne rhinestones, which I thought were real sweet. But we could do clear rhinestones, which we could color any color with blends. Or there is even the red rhinestones if you want to give them like creepy eyes. Oh my goodness. I just didn't know if I could take really creepy eyes. So I'll let you guys vote what color eyes our kitty cat should have. I don't think I can call him a kitty cat though if he's got red eyes. Might have to be our black cat. Okay, so while we're waiting for the voting, I'm going to go forward and do the RIP. Well, champagne is what's on this cat. So if you're wondering what that would look like, that's the champagne. If you think that's amber, I thought it was kind of a nice compromise. Okay, so rest in peace. So for the rest in peace, because I used the playful alphabet dies, and just all you do is take the letters that you want. So we're doing R and a P. Here's the I. Here's the I. And the I. Okay. Just gonna take that. All right. And then I decided to use the silver metallic paper for this, the specialty paper we talked about earlier. So for this, since it's so small, I wanted to, sorry, I'm trying to find my stuff. Since it's so small, I'm going to use this little piece of metallic paper, and I'm also going to use the adhesive back strip, which we have big sheets of, and then you just cut it up for whatever size you want. And these are only 1 inch by 1 3/8 because that's all I needed to fit the letters. And I really like to be stingy with my metallic paper, so I cut it down to what I thought would fit on this paper. So what you do is you turn over your metallic paper. I'm glad you like my little ghost, Phoebe. Oh, devil cat with red eyes. Oh, is that what you want? I think we're gonna have to. We'll try it. And then you guys can compare the champagne versus that. All right, so Phoebe, somebody called my ghost a little mouse ghost peeking in. Okay, sorry, I'm having too much fun. Ooh. You can use a black bird in place of the black cat. Yes, you could. That would be creepy. I think that's a great idea. Of course, as soon as I'm on television, I'm having trouble getting the adhesive off, which does not usually happen, so don't panic. But of course, now I've varied my take a pick tool, which I live by, right? Here it is. It's under my playful alphabet. Has this ever happened to you guys? Usually there's little strips because it's usually a bigger piece. It did not happen to me last night. Ah, there, see? Oh, there was another little guy hiding. So this is just two-sided sticky tape, which of course is now getting all over my fingers. You see that? Because I'm trying to throw something away with my other hand. All right, so then you just put it right on here. So now you've got a sticker back. And then you put your letters on. Fit it right on here. I have adhesive on my fingernails now, if you guys didn't notice. That's it. You just fit it right on here and you run it through your Stampin' Emboss. Hi, Anna. So glad you could join our live. So just put this through your emboss and cut machine. And then, by the power of television, they all pop out. Like that. So we have letters. And it's going to spell R.I.P. because I thought it was fun having that go across our little window. Yes, I love this adhesive paper. I'm pretty good with the sponge technique too, but sometimes I just want to do the adhesive. And here we go. See, that was so much easier coming off. It usually is easy, I promise. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this off. I'm gonna just put it on a ledge for a moment so I can place it. And you can do a dry run where you want to put your letters. Of course, that's what I did before I did the other one. And I know that I want it to fit somewhere in here. I got the ghost there. Should I go a little higher? Sometimes it sticks to my finger so I can pick it back up. Let's see. One benefit to having a little adhesive on your finger. Guess what, Carol? We're gonna do that on our next one. Yes, it's very nice on the Spiderweb too. I just wanted you to see two techniques. Please don't stick to that. We're going to do it for the next one because there's a reason for that, and I'll explain in a minute. I think I'll explain now. The black glitter paper, I'll tell you that it's the same thing for this silver. The black glitter paper here is very forgiving with the multi-purpose glue. Okay, it's not, you know, if you get a little bit on the front, it is no big deal. Whereas the metallic paper is less forgiving with the glue on the metallic. It does make a smudge mark. So I tend, that's my reason for sometimes I will tend to use the adhesive paper for metallic intricate pieces, and then I'll use the multi-purpose glue like the black glitter paper. Okay, so RIP. Let's see how we're gonna fit this. So I know pretty roughly how much room I need for the eye, I think. And I'm just gonna lay it down without pushing down too much, so I can hopefully move it if I have to. Yep, see, this is gonna need to shift. What do you think? Should I bring it down, or is that good? I think I'll leave it right there because I don't have any sentiment up in that section, so I think this will work pretty nicely. So I think we said we're going with the red eyes, huh? Thank you, Phoebe. Glad you like it. I'm going to use my take a pick tool to get my little eyes on here. Oh my goodness. I think it's going to be so fun in red. So creepy, but perfect for Halloween, right? Oh my goodness, it's so fun. What do you guys think so far? Is she fun? With my ghost mouse? Glad you guys like it. So then you need to decorate your candies. You decorate a few candies and just put them in there. And those that were not here earlier, these are just DSP strips of 1 inch by 3 inch and just wrapped around the nuggets. Bloody! It's not bloody. It's creepy. Oh, it's a creepy kitty. See, you give this to your older teenage nieces and nephews, right? Or grandkids. So you just put these nuggets in here, and for those that have just joined, I was telling them that if you put the bottom box to be the larger of the two, you actually can put them side by side. It will bow just a tiny bit, but it works. And I use the Hershey Nuggets candies that I've heard so many people chattering about. So these aren't decorated yet, but I'm just going to put them in here so that we can fill our box. I've seen other people even put them this way. If you have someone you want to send a lot of Hershey Nuggets to, you can even pile them in like that and have a go. So they're so good. I'm telling you though, you need to buy an extra bag of the nuggets because in my household, they did not last long. It was decorate a nugget, then my son grabbed one. Decorate a nugget, and my husband grabbed one. It was pretty funny. So this is here. And that's it without them all decorated, but here you can see from the one I made previously how it looks peeking through at all the candies in there. All right, so that is the kitty cats one. And I just wanted to show you one more. Like I said, this one I'm not going to do tonight because I think it's very similar with the window. This is just a different framelit. And I did just dimensionalize a little saying on here. I did do it on white and secret stash. You're not kidding. I needed to hide it. And then I made this pumpkin with the cutest Halloween pumpkins, and I'll show you how we did that in a moment if you want. Actually, since we're on it, I'll just go ahead and show you real quick, and then we'll do the other one. Okay, so this is from the cutest Halloween set, which is this one, and it's going to build a pumpkin. Outline, center, and a face. So I have all these mounted, so it won't take but a minute. Yes, the silver mesh. Oh, Phoebe. Oh, it was so fun to play with. And so for the pumpkin, I'm going to use the pumpkin pie. And I actually got a little square of pumpkin pie paper as well, which, you know, it's like, I think it's like maybe 1 1/4 by 2, something like that. Just something little to make a pumpkin on. And because it's photopolymer, I'm going to hold it down just an extra second. Boop. And then for the inside, the bottom is just a little fatter than the top. So we're going to stamp off this one because I don't want it to be too dark. We'll have a little pumpkin. Pumpkin stamp on our desk. Hold it down a second. Oh yeah, I feel like this is one of the more forgiving ones that, you know, you do the fill-in for. Yeah, cobwebby. I love it. I think I had a little piece of the cobweb ribbon on a lot of my cards last Halloween. It was really fun. And now I'm just going to use the Memento Tuxedo Black Memento ink for the face. Oh, sorry, wrong face. Oh, I need the pumpkin face. That was not the pumpkin face. We'll use that other face in a minute. So this is a little tiny pumpkin face. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it. It's all right. You'll see it in a minute. I like to get it good and juicy. There you go. And that is our pumpkin. I'm just going to move a few things out of the way. It's getting a little encroached upon. Let's see. All right. I'm going to grab my punch. And I should have Jack, who's Jack? So this is the punch. We can punch out our little pumpkin. Jack-o'-lantern, is that what you're saying? Not a pumpkin, it's a jack-o'-lantern. You're absolutely right. So just gonna fit him in there. And I'm gonna punch him out. Boom. Pieces flying everywhere. And that's how I made a pumpkin. So just wanted you to see. And it's fit in my little forest. And if you have the vines, Oh, he became a Jack when he got a face. Yes, jack-o'-lantern. You're absolutely right. That's so cute. Too cute. Yeah. And this is the little, to do that little ghost, you just need a little swatch. Okay, so that is those. We'll leave them out for you to see while we play with the next one. The next one is, sorry, I'll leave our new one out. Ha ha ha. The next one we're gonna do is this one, which was so fun. And this is where I wanted to show you, this is where there's no window. So maybe you don't have window sheets, or maybe you don't feel like taking, you know, that time. Maybe something inside is something that's going to be loose and you're not going to, you know, want it to be seen through a window. So this was another fun way of decorating a box to not even need the open window. So I have a box here prepared. I'm going to do it with a large on top for those of you that are going crazy with me doing it the other way around. So we are going to just decorate this one. And this is the one where, as you mentioned before, the adhesive back. So this is where I took the black metallic. So I'm making my spider web again. And I took an adhesive back. This is the adhesive sheet again. Sorry, not adhesive back, adhesive sheet. So you just flip over your good piece of paper, peel off the backing, it's all sticky. And this is a square, so I don't have to worry too much about it fitting. And the thing too is that if you don't put it on perfectly, which of course this is a perfect example, I'm not too worried about that because it's got adhesive on most of what I'm doing, right? The one thing you do want to do is trim it off before you put it through your machine, or you're going to have adhesive all over your plates that you're, you know, the little sandwich plates, and you don't want that. So trust me, because I had to get the Gooby Gone and clean it off. You love the silver cobweb? Yes, I thought that was really sharp, and that did allow me to put the black glitter paper on other sections. I could have even done the black glitter paper in the background there, couldn't I? So you do this. Do this, and I will tell you again, anything that's real intricate like this, any dies, has a lot of little cuts, I do recommend putting it through the machine upside down so it gets a little more pressure at the top of the roller machine, and I'll put it through like that. So by the power of television, ba-bam, this is the way it comes out. And so now all you got to do is get your little adhesive started, which I did not cheat and do ahead of time, so you can see how I struggle or don't. It. There you go. I really don't usually have trouble. Usually takes 2 seconds to find a little bit of a give. And like I said, these adhesive sheets come in strips, so you may or may not get a whole piece. I did get a whole piece that time. And then I do the same thing. I will put it on here. And, oh, yeah, I want this side to be the top. It's all good. And you can put it as high or low as you want. And I just put it here. And I'm just going to cut it. And I usually do have another project close by to start to put the cobweb on. And once again, I'm trying to leave any sections that go across still intact. And if you have something sticky like that, you don't want it to stick to paper or whatever, it's always good to just put it on your silicone mat, because then it won't adhere. It will be easy to lift right back off. So we just go back through and trim up a little bit. Just trying to again decide, where do I want to trim? There you go. I don't want, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like right here, it goes across. I don't want to cut that. A real spider web would not be cut there. Trust me when I say that when I did it, it looked so weird. So I did not like that. So that's there. I'm so glad you like the black glitter. Love my glitter. Okay, throw that away. So now the next step, let's do our little fence and our little grasses. So we're gonna bring out the tray again. This is my tray of leaves. So we can grab a little fern here. Oh, you know what I want to do first? Sorry, excuse me, because I do want to tuck my fern into my words there. Let's go ahead and do our stamping. Get that done. So we're going to take just a little strip for the boo, and then we're going to, let's see, this will work. Just any little piece. We're going to cut it down. And then for here, I debated between a light and a dark ghost. And I'll tell you the framelits that I used for this. I don't know if you guys have guessed, but yes, I did use the layering diorama dies. That was so fun. Yes, they're a hot mess right now. I should have them on a metallic sheet because they're all falling. That just tells you how loved they are, right? All these different ones. I just thought that that looked like, at first I was thinking it would look like maybe a black hole. Yes, full of pieces, ready to go, my leaves. So, but then I thought, oh my gosh, I put it on dimensionals and it looks like a ghost coming out. So I used the two smallest sizes, and that's what I'm going to use right now. And then we'll get the boo. So what I need is a face for our ghost, which I got from the same Cutest Halloween set. That goes actually with the skeleton, the Build a Face skeleton. There's two different faces you could do. So I just thought, you know what? It works for my big ghost too. And then Boo came from that same set, and it's from the Hey Boo. And I'm just going to use the Boo set part of that. All right, so I'm just going to grab my black memento, give myself a little more space. All right, so for this, I just want to ink up just the one word. And there's a tiny separation between the words, so it's really not hard to do. Well, thank you, Phoebe. Glad you like it. Oh no, Anna. I really hope your screen comes back. Did anyone else freeze? If anyone else freeze, let me know. I hope it's not a big problem and it comes right back. All right. I like it juiced up. I'm gonna try to get it down by a corner so I can only have to trim down two sides instead of all four. Boom. Oh, nice and dark. Love that. Love that. Okay. So, and then, so I'm going to go ahead and Oh, I'm like, where did I put my lid? I can't have it open or I'll put my hand in it. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this down real quick. And you can use smoky slate or white. I actually think I did this one in smoky slate, but I feel like it's kind of hidden there. So you can do that if you'd like, and it looks great. But what I'm going to do is just take a little dauber, and I'm going to take my black, and I'm going to daub it a little bit, and then I'm going to take off some of it. And I'm just going to do the edges. And I'll give it just the amount of gray that I want versus too much gray, because I do want it to be seen. And if it's still too bright, I can get off too much excess, and I can even go over it to give it kind of a gray, dirty look. Love that for Halloween. So that's my little dauber trick. And it's not going far. I'll need that in a minute. But I'm going to go ahead, and you can even layer this on black if you want. But I did not. But I did take black dimensionals, which we sell, which is awesome for this. And each packet comes with both minis as well as the large. Look at that, this guy got out. So let's see if I can use it, because it just popped off its thing. Let's see. Yeah, don't have to waste a black dimensional. And then I'm just gonna put my boo right up there. And you see that it's got some open space around it. So that's where I'm going to put my little fern piece into. I don't know how far up I want to put it, but I think that's good. And you see, I think that little bit of lighter color helps it boo off the page. Watch my nails, yeah. My nails get in my way all the time, don't they? Okay, so we have that. And then the next part with the leaves, bringing out my tray again. Here is my tray of goodness. I was telling them how I just sat there one night watching TV and cranking out a bunch of cutouts. So let's see. And I am doing a promotion right now. If anyone orders from me and spends at least $100 or they sign up under me, I'm going to give you your own little Ziploc bag of leaves. I'll give you 4 of each, 2 of each color. And that will be, there's 10 different shapes here, so that's 40 cutouts that I will give you if you want to do that. So let's see, we are going to use, I'm going to go with what I did before for this because I thought that was fun. We're going to use an ivy up the side, which I'm sure is not ivy, but sounds good. My sister should be on here. She's the florist. She would be telling me what all of these are. Let's see if I can't. There we go. Push it up. I'm going to put a little one down there. And then, because the fence is kind of hiding it, so let's see. I went just with dark because it was a little creepier to do just dark for these. Sorry, see me picking my leaves out of here. And this way you can just keep playing without having to keep cutting out leaves. So just gonna glue some down. Now these, you can again use adhesives, but I'm sorry, the adhesive strips, but I'm just gonna use my silicone mat trick real quick. If I have any space left, too much playing. Here we go. Flip it around. And I can always tell where I did it before because it's shiny. I'm gonna put a good amount there because I want to do several at once if possible. Let's just do this guy first. And again, I don't want big glob of glue. Oh, you know what? I take it back. I'm going to put that one on with the glue dot. This one and the other one in the corner, we can do with the glue dot. So I'll just do this. And I want to make sure that it doesn't move around. So I'm holding it down pretty good. And I'll save my adhesive strips for my metallic paper or really tiny stuff. But this is, for this project, this works out great. There you go. So I got to have the nicer end down at the bottom because I'm hiding the other one. And I'm going to go ahead and do the fern since I have the glue all ready to go. Sorry for my reach. I keep putting my dauber out of the way because I don't want it to get on anything. You might be able to get a tiny glue dot or something on here, but I thought this was just as easy to do this. And I'm just going to have it run up the side a tiny bit. And it will glue and disappear. Okay, so I'm going to get the mat out of the way. I'm going to grab my glue dots. And let's see, I'm just gonna, oh, you know what? I take it back. This one I'm gonna put on the outside of the fence. So hang tight, little glue dot. We're gonna wait on that one. This one I'm gonna go ahead and do, oops. And I'm just gonna, oops, put it on upside down if I'm not careful. So I'm just gonna do this. Kind of going off to the side. Okay, so now I wanna do my fence. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And for that, I took some black glitter paper and I need the little fence framelit from my Frightful Halloween framelits. And I just ran it through twice. And again, you can put the adhesive on the back. But again, I did not because this glitter paper is so forgiving. So I just ran it through and did that. And I came out with two of the cutest little fences you ever did see. And they're all glittery. So fun. So yes, you guessed it. I'm just gonna grab back the mat real quick. And if you cut all this out ahead of time, you can glue it all at the same time. But I wanted to talk you through it, so. And again, you just don't move your stuff. Nope, I don't think I'm gonna need more. It will be just fine. So, and you can take a tweezers if you'd like. I'm usually okay with it, but whatever you want to do, because you do want to, and I'm going to stand up to do this part. I want to make sure my gate is centered. And the first time I put it on, I had the little feet off the bottom, which was not a good idea. And you want to make sure they're lining up. So I would start with the inside. Try to make sure it's straight. Oops. And because you're using the multi-purpose glue, you do have a little bit of wiggle room. There you go. And then I'm going to find that little grass with the glue dot on it. And I'm just going to put him off in the front just to give it a little dimension. You can do a bling. Yes, love the bling. Gotta add the bling. Okay, so I'm gonna get this mat out of the way again. I think we're done with that for tonight. Okay, so now we need our ghost. So for this, as I mentioned, we have 2 shapes, and I have, if you wanted, you could do the back in the black glitter paper, but since I had the black glitter paper for the fence, I wanted to do just basic black. So I'm doing basic black and smoky slate colors for my ghost. So, and this, the black is just going to be done like this. And for the ghost, I'm going to go ahead and stamp his face, and you can have the squinty eye, smiling one, but I wanted a scary one, so, or more scary, I should say, of the 2. Let's see. Yeah, I think that will work. I always want to make sure it's good and juiced. And I just put it kind of in the middle and held it down for a minute. Boom. So we have our ghost, and then we just add a little framelit, and you can decide if you want it to be at the head or in the body. I kind of liked it right in the middle, so I'm gonna go just run these through, and bam, by the power of television, they came out like this. There you go. So let me get the ink out of the way. Oh, you know what? I don't want to do that because, oh, red eyes. Oh my goodness. Should I? I think I'm going to. What a great idea. We'll put that on in a minute. Carol wants red eyes on our ghost. I think that's awesome. But again, I think this is too clean of a ghost. Thank you, Melanie. Got to use all of our tools, right? Be creative. That's what it's all about. And then I just, again, I wanted it to kind of transition smoothly between the black and the ghost. I liked it looking like he was coming from the depths of something, you know, depths of the grave. And then I even laid it on the ground on my desk. I made sure I didn't have too much on here, that's pretty dry. And then I just dragged it in a little further. That gives it just a little bit of a spookiness to it. Put that away so I don't get ink on me. And for this one, I did put dimensionals on him, but since you can't really see the dimensionals, I did not use the black. I used the white. Oh, you can tell that my power of television, I had a mess upside. How funny. Oh no! Don't usually have that problem with my Stampin' Plus. I didn't have the right angle. You just have to have the right angle. Oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna play with that. It's angry with me. So I'm gonna use multi-purpose glue for the moment. You don't know why I did that. I know some people have that problem, but I have not had that happen in months. But anyway, and you can just kind of make it cockeyed. Give them a little bit of fun. And again, multi-purpose glue lets you shift it around just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna throw some dimensionals on. And I always probably put too many, but I like to, yeah, I have adhesive on my finger now. It keeps catching. All right, there we go. And don't worry, Carol, we will add those red eyes here in just a moment because I think that's really funny. I have a really creepy. So should we put him straight, crooked? I think he'll be straight. He's just gonna be coming out over the fence. Boom. All right, so now let's see what it looks like with those eyes. All right. Sorry guys, I know we went long again. It's just so fun playing with you guys tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what a great idea. Look at that. Can you tell? Can you see it? You got that extra bling on there. Oh my gosh. Can you see that creepiness? Yes, Anna, if anyone wants to stay on and see the puppy, I will see if Tom will bring her in. We got a new puppy a couple days ago. So here we go. I'm just gonna first bring back in my little creations. We have the pumpkin, cute, fun for the little kids. And then we have the scary kitty cat. And the scary ghost. And here, I know it's kind of dark, so I'll bring them up. What? There you go. Those are my little treat boxes. I hope you like them. That was really fun. Yeah, ghost with a personal. That was really, I wonder if they did that on purpose. It was very good placement allowance there for that. Oh, I'm so glad that you could join to see it tonight. That was really fun. Hang on one second. I'm just going to tell Tom to bring the puppy in while we chat. Hold on. Tommy? Hi. So I had so much fun tonight. You can tell my lighting is going down by the minute. It's getting a little foggy looking in here. Sorry about that, guys. I will have to invest in some more lights. We've had so much fun tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. My husband is going to bring in the new puppy. And you can all vote on whether or not you like her name. Hi, Stella. This is Stella. This is a puppy from 3 months ago. Yes.
And she was a big girl and rang the bells, and we were all playing in the kitchen. Rang the bells. I went, let her out, and then she went to the bathroom.
And this is Tom. Say, Tom, make sure you can see right in here.
Oop, this way.
Yeah. This is the new puppy. Her name is, I'm trying.
Rhubarb.
Oh my goodness. Little princess. Tom named her Rhubarb.
And Laura calls her Ruby.
And I call her Ruby. A nice, sweet name for a sweet puppy. They're rescues. Yes. I'm glad the lighting has worked out for you guys. Sorry, it's getting dark now. Is it a lab? It is. These are rescues, so they're mixed, but she is supposedly what, Tom?
A Coonhound Shepherd mix.
Coonhound Shepherd mix. So this will be very interesting to see. You gotta get in a picture, baby. Yeah, Ruby. Oh, she's playing shy.
And she's a super duper cuddler, so she will snuggle on you and put her head on your shoulder.
Yes, she's a snuggler. This is her go-to spot. So sweet. She doesn't know she's on camera. I'm so glad you like the name. Oh, she really wants to snuggle there. Oh my goodness. It's as if she
There you
knows
go.
she's on television. Sweetie, say hi. Oh, sweet girl. Say hi. This is Ruby. She's a little... She reminds me a lot of our Farley, who's now 90 pounds. Yes, I love the cuddles. Oh my goodness. Well, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm sorry it went long again, but I will keep trying to make this project shorter. Yes, she's very happy to have a forever home. But
That's exactly what the website said.
oh my gosh, there you go.
Lucky Dog Animal Rescue. Look
Yes,
over forever
Lucky
homes.
Dog Animal Rescue. Thank you so much. We are very, very happy to have the new addition. They provided us our first puppy, and now our fourth puppy.
Are they a paid sponsor?
No,
Oh,
we are
okay.
not paid sponsors.
From now on, they'll be known as unnamed adoption agency.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have a very, very good night. I'll see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Good night.